Today in the battle arena, well, we've got Captain America, the ultimate Avenger, the ultimate soldier, the ultimate hero. And he's going up against Solomon Grundy, the undead nightmare, the living zombie, the guy who can range from taking on Batman to going blow for blow with Superman, all depending on how he's feeling that day. So who wins? Well, let's find out. What's up, guys? I'm Daniel. This is DanCo. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, the subscribe button, and turn notifications. More videos like this one every week. Also, go follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Link in the description down below, and sign off in the comments for any future videos that you love to see. Now, let's get into the fight. So, Captain America is like one of my favorite heroes. Don't worry, I'll try and set my biases aside. I won't try and be too biased. Fair and balanced. And so one of my favorite things about him, though, is that he's just always gonna go down swinging. No matter who he's squaring off against, he's always gonna be a super hard out.
I could do this all day.
So yeah, even if he's fighting against a superhuman undead zombie, don't count him out too quickly. And I mean, don't count him out just because he's got that never give up, Goonies never die spirit. Don't count him out because he can very easily win this thing. Win the whole thing. I mean, if Batman can do it, if Nightwing can do it, why can't Steve? He's strong enough to bench press a ton, hold up parts of buildings. The big guy can break through metal and robots, pull helicopters out of the sky, and if you're just a normal guy in fighting Cap, well, he's gonna fling you around or knock you out with just one punch. And that's not even talking about his shield. He's used it to bust up trucks, bust up tanks, kill big old monsters, bring helicopters out of the air. And the best part, well, it's that you know for a fact, no matter how Cap throws his shield, no matter what, that thing is always gonna come back to him. Like Spider-Man said.
That thing does not obey the laws of physics at all.
And man, it really doesn't. Cap is able to use his shield in a way that I've never seen anybody else do. To the point that I think he might have mastered the ricochet shot in a way somebody like even Hawkeye hasn't. Bottom line, he's insanely accurate with it, and really you should never question if Captain America is going to be able to throw his shield and hit something. Because if he throws it at you, it's going to hit you. And chances are, it's going to hurt. Combine that strength and the shield, and I think Captain America has a very good chance at injuring Solomon Grundy here. I mean, he's injured Ultron, he's busted through Iron Man's armor, even knocked out Namor. Really don't think I'm too out of line here to say he has a good shot at injuring Grundy. I also think I'm not too out of line to say that Cap can take a punch from Grundy. He's taken just an absolute beating from Red Skull before. And while Red Skull might not seem too threatening in the whole strength department, they were bringing down a building as a result of the fight. So yeah, Red Skull can throw some hands. And that's not all. No, Cap's definitely taken his fair share of attacks before, whether it's punches and kicks or electric shocks or explosions, or just straight being shot and stabbed. He kept on fighting through all of it, still just kept on kicking. And I'm not talking like he blocked those attacks with his shield, that's a whole other thing. I'm talking he straight up took those attacks and didn't go down. He's taken punches and beatings from Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Namor, didn't go down. Then you throw the shield into the mix, which is taking hits from Thor and hits from Hulk. Well, I think Cap could take a punch from Grundy just fine too. That's if Grundy can even tag Cap in the first place. I mean, we've been assuming so far that Grundy is going to be landing punches on Captain America, but it actually might be time to start calling that into question. He is surprisingly fast, surprisingly agile. He's a slippery guy. And he's going to be dancing around Solomon Grundy the whole fight. Especially when he sees how much power Grundy can pack with each punch. Yeah, once he sees how strong Grundy is, I really don't think Steve is going to give him many opportunities to land too many solid hits. With just how fast and agile he is, that's something Cap can actually do. Now, before we get back to the video, just want to give you all a quick reminder about our TikTok channel of exclusive TikTok fights like Captain America versus the Flag Smashers, James Bond versus Harry Hart, Wonder Woman versus the Destroyer Armor, Carnage versus Riot. All those are out there now. And be sure to go follow us on Instagram. Links down below in the description for both. And if you are enjoying this video, well, awesome, thank you. Sign off in the comments. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, helps us a ton. And now let's get back into it. Finally, and I really don't think this was ever in question, but Captain America is obviously the better fighter. Like if you're sitting there thinking that Grundy is going to win this one because of his unrivaled fighting skill, I mean, sorry to burst your bubble, but no way is that happening. Grundy might be able to outfight a bear or an alligator or something like that, I don't know. He can probably outfight Logan Paul or any other YouTube boxer out there, but against Captain America, no chance. Also, side note, but I got down a little rabbit hole of celebrity boxing the other day, and some of these matchups are wild. I mean, did you know that Ricky Gervais, Vanilla Ice, Tanya Harding, Kim Kardashian, they all did celebrity boxing? I don't know what you're going to do with that info, but I do think you need to know that. Getting back into it though, setting that aside, celebrity boxing another day, I'm not saying that Cap is necessarily going to outfight Solomon Grundy, because that's not a hard thing to do. Grundy doesn't have much skill to speak of in the first place. But Cap can use his skill and his experience to think of creative, more out-of-the-box ways to take him down, if just punching and hitting him with the shield isn't really getting him anywhere. Of course, this is all kind of dependent on which version of Solomon Grundy Captain America is taking on. Because the tricky thing about this guy is that even though he's a zombie, he can still die. But he's an immortal zombie. So each time he dies, he's going to come back, and he's going to come back at a very different power level almost each and every time. Like one day, he's able to square off against Batman. The next day, he's beating Superman's face in. It varies each and every time. When he's strong enough to go up against Superman, well, that's not really worth digging too much into. Because of course that version can beat Captain America. He can beat Superman. They both might represent American values, but they are very different. And I guess Superman doesn't even represent America anymore. I guess the question is though, like on an average day, which version of Solomon Grundy would Cap face off against? Who is Cap more likely to run into? And while it's not like the Superman beating one, I also don't think it's the one that like Batman can beat with a batarang. I think odds are it's somewhere in the middle. Somewhere probably in between. Grundy has fought against guys like Bizarro and Amazo and Etrigan and Hawkman and Swamp Thing. He's fought against the Justice League and the Justice Society and the Suicide Squad. He might not have won all those fights, but he's definitely won enough of them to make me think Captain America might be punching a bit above his weight class here. Might be a bit outgunned. Batman beating Solomon Grundy is really Grundy's lowest level. And while Cap could probably beat that version too. Actually, not probably. He can beat that version as well. It does feel a little bit disingenuous, though, to take Grundy's lowest version just so you can say Captain America wins. Especially when on average, like the aggregate of all the different versions of Grundy, he's a bit outside of Captain America's weight class. Like I said to begin, Captain America is always a hard out. He'll be a hard out here no matter which version of Grundy he's squaring off against. But in the end, it won't make that much difference, because Grundy is winning. Solomon Grundy wins. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. Who do you think wins this matchup? Captain America or Solomon Grundy? Do you think Cap can beat the version of Grundy that Batman beat? Also be sure, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn notifications, join the DanCo army, and I will see y'all next time.